Accountability, the book will change your life. A book by Nancy Theory. Get it today from africanbooks.com and amazon.co.uk.
Hello, my name is Lindy Sherries, and I used to be a sangoma. In this channel, I talk about everything, guys. Abokorobela, the secrets that we were taught not to share with you guys, how we used to trick you guys, the spirits, how everything works when you go to a sangoma for consultation, yamatambo. So whether you believe in God or don't believe in God, please check out this channel so we can talk about it. If you believe in God, let's share the gospel. If you don't believe in God, you can check out the channel too. I want to hear your opinion, and I want people to actually share their opinion, not insulting me without saying why. Thank you, and I'll see you on my channel.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I am Uncle Solomon, right here on Solomon's Temple. Great to have you here. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Solomon's Temple, and check out all the videos that we've made. Here in Solomon's Temple, we get to really investigate, interrogate, and look at issues around the church, around Christianity, around prophets. So we expose false prophets here. We don't joke about it, and we've done a lot of it. The first person that exposed that the fact that Bushiri ran away from South Africa, I did that, and people didn't believe me. I've been to prison for my stand. I exposed Alf Lukau and a whole lot. And we need to do that because our people are being held in bondage by some of these wrong and false doctrines that comes from some of these people. So please make sure you check it out. And also I do private YouTube coaching. You can get in touch with me on +27 822 9438 if you are a YouTuber that wants to grow your YouTube channel, or you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Wherever you are, I could help you for a small fee, help you make sure your content is up and great and running. Why should I watch your YouTube channel? Or why should I watch your video when there are 100 other videos that I could watch is saying the same thing? So you have to earn the right to be able to be listened to. And I think those are some of the things that people do not understand. But I hope to do that and train some of you guys. So please do get in touch, and I really appreciate you. Thank you, Yolanda from Tanzania. Awesome to have you here. Boyd, Bongani, always here. Appreciate you and each and every one of you. So sometimes we hear false prophets or prophets making declarations and saying things. And you ask yourself, do they really mean this? Because this is just too wrong. Or are they just trying to get attention? Or are they beginning to believe their own hype about them and God? And one of such prophets, false prophets, is out of Uganda, out of Zimbabwe, called Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa. He's a false prophet through and through. He was, a scriptural teaching guy, but then he had an encounter with some Boateng guy. He had a relationship with Hubert Angel, and he got introduced to the Boateng guy in Ghana, and got himself involved in all this sort of like occultic stuff, started doing stuff. There's a friend of mine who I know who lost about $1 million to him. She and her husband then. They were manipulated into giving. They went to court trying to get their money back and all that because they were brainwashed. They never got their money back. So now he made a statement in this short video that I'm about to show you, saying that I am more gifted than God. I am more gifted than God. Now I just have this short clip. Somebody sent it to me. I hadn't watched the full context of it. But even without the full context, maybe 5-10 minutes of that video, this few seconds for me doesn't really just sit right. Whatever he's trying to achieve by making such statement for me, is an elevation of self over God. Here's a video. Let's watch it a few times and you let me know what you think about his statement. Again, it's not the full context of the video. It's just a few seconds. I'm sure there's a context to it, but even in the absence of the full context, such statement, how do you qualify it? How do you explain that? Here's the video.
I'm more gifted than God.
You know we want you to
yes. and God knows that. I'm more gifted than him.
All right, one of those statements. He's more gifted than God. Even God knows that he is more gifted. So the giver of the gift to him knows that he is more gifted than the giver. You see, that's where I have a problem. How do you become more gifted than the giver of the gift? Than the creator himself? What do you think about this? Please, let me get your comments around this statement. Again, it's not the full context, but still in the absence of the full context, what do you make of this? How do you qualify this? I'm sure he will try to explain it, but how do you explain a statement like this? There are certain statements that false prophets and charlatans make that is just unexplainable. They will try to explain it with human wisdom. They would even try to use scriptures out of context to explain it, but still doesn't just make it right. And I think this is one of those statements that, hey, dude, how do you even explain this? How? The giver of the gift, you are more gifted than the giver of the gift. Even the giver of the gift is aware that you are more gifted. And you see, that is what, if you look at what he said, if you listen to what he said, Hubert Angel makes such statements also. Passion Java makes such statements also. Johnson Suleiman makes such statements. So they make such statements to play with your mind because they want you to elevate them to a God status. Though they will try to explain it and try to give credit to God, but at the same time, they have gotten you to elevate them to a certain level, certain divine level. That's how they play with people. I like what Joseph here is asking. How can a human being be more gifted than the giver of the gifts? And for me, that's just the question that I'm asking. That's just the stuff that don't just sit right with me. The Feta, yes, says, satanic pride that goes before a fall is the same sentiment that got Satan expelled from heaven. Apostle Leonard Tembo says, that statement is very dangerous. With all humility, no, this can destroy young Christians. This can destroy them. This can take them on a trajectory, on a path that is very destructive. Let me play that for you one more time.
I'm more gifted than God.
You know we want you to
yes. and God knows that. I'm more gifted than him. I'm more gifted than God.
You know we want you to
Yes. And God knows that. I'm more gifted than him.
There we go. He's more gifted than God. The man you're looking at right now, Emmanuel Makandiwa, straight out of Harare, Zimbabwe, is more gifted than God. That is what he's declaring. We live in an era right now where false prophets and charlatans play around with words so they can share God's glory with him, deceiving people, because that way they're going to get your attention. That way they're going to get some sort of authority over you. That's what they do. So some is saying if you listen to it with a carnal mind, then you wouldn't get the revelation behind it. You see, that's the problem. You say you listen to it with a carnal mind. Carnal mind what? Right? What is carnal mind? You're not even explaining. You're not even answering. You're not even trying to explain it. Right? And he also goes on to say, why don't you play the full clip? You know, I don't have the right to play a full clip. I can only play a bit of it for the sake of rules and regulation. And I accept that there is a context to it, and I'm sure he tried to explain it. But you see, even without the full clip, with this short few seconds, I have a problem with it. I have a big problem with it. Whatever his explanation is, pertaining being more gifted than God who gave him the gift, God himself is aware that he is more gifted. He will go on to say, oh, well, God gave me the gift, and because he gave me the gift, his gifts are without repentance, or his gifts are this and that. And that's how they play around with your mind. There are certain statements that, you know, we have to be extremely careful when we utter them. Joseph here says, watching from Kenya, sometimes cloud chasing can land you in eternal damnation. This is diabolic. Ernest, very sad. When a cold spirit stirs them, they make reckless statements. I find it very reckless. I find it very dangerous. However he tries to qualify it, however, whatever his qualification is around it, you know, it would be difficult for me to accept his explanation around it. So we must be careful when we hear such statements, people making such statements. It shows the condition of their hearts. It shows the shifting from the focus on God to a focus on themselves. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you.